Hello everyone, we are from VRINDAVAN group and our group consists of number 1 Esther Febrina, number 2 Karina Apulina Bruce Sembiring, number 3 Putri Isaura Simatupang, and number 4 is Clara Christine Manao, number 5 Nisa Orinda Sitompul. And now we will start our discussion about company cars. The first speaker is I myself, and I will share my opinion about the cars that's suitable for Elizabeth Sinclair. Elizabeth Sinclair has a long trip for her job. That is why there is an increasing cost of her car. So for this case, I have prepared some characteristics of a car which would be suitable for Elizabeth Sinclair. The characteristic number 1 is reliability should be average, and the noisy is not really important because Elizabeth Sinclair only alone. And the seat should be comfortable because she does the long trip, and Elizabeth Sinclair doesn't need a big luggage space because she only takes some mail and it doesn't need a larger space. And in my opinion, the car of Elizabeth Sinclair should be a low running cost because recently the finance department examined the increasing cost of this car. So according to the characteristic above, I think Fossil Cavalier 1.6 saloon is recommended for Elizabeth Sinclair because this car has a low running cost per week. Okay, that's all about my explanation. And do you guys have any another opinions?
I agree with you, Esther. I think the afraid is very appropriate for the car that Elizabeth Sinclair will use. Maybe any other opinion?
I agree with Esther. I think the car is good enough for Elizabeth, saying as the low price of the car is suitable for controlling costs. That's from me. Thank you.
Yeah, I will share my opinion too for you guys. I think Vauxhall Cavalier's 1.6 saloon that's is recommended for her car because this have low cost for that car, and for the seats, I think that's so comfortable too. Thank you. That's all my opinion.
I agree about luggage space. Elizabeth doesn't really need a large luggage space, considering that the things she will be carrying is mail. That's all from me.
Okay, guys, thank you for all your opinion. After you share your opinion, I can conclude that the car that recommended or the suitable for Elizabeth Sinclair is Fossil Cavalier 1.6 saloon. Thank you.
Okay, I will continue our discussion for Henry Becker. Henry Becker drives important visitors to and from the station and factor every day. For reliability, I think his reliability is a little below average because every day he only drives visitors. For noise is quite important because Henry brings visitors in his cars. Noise will affect the comfort to visit visitors. For seats, the seat needed is comfortable seats, especially for the comfort of the passengers. For luggage space, the luggage space doesn't need too big because Henry only carries passengers. For running costs, about the operational cost, I think it will be low. He will get a tip from the visitor. So based on the criteria, I think the car that is suitable for Henry Becker is the Ford Sierra 1.6. That's all about my opinion. Thank you.
Now we will continue our discussion through the characteristics that are suitable for the selected car for John Shaw. John Shaw is a salesman. He travels long distance each year carrying large quantities of samples. And in the reliability, I think the reliability required is quite on average, and the noisy, I think most appropriate. Noise for John who likes to travel long distance is good in front, noisier in the back, and the seats. In my opinion, long trips will definitely require a very comfortable seat. Therefore, the soft, fairly comfortable type of sitting is the right type. And leisure space, I think he will need a large leisure space to put things in his job to work. and the running cost, because the sales department also acts to reduce costs as much as possible. Therefore, the cost incurred will decrease. Through characteristics that have been adapted to John's needs, then the recommended car is Renault 21 7.1. Thank you.
Now I will continue our discussion. I will talk about Philip Lucas. For new manager, we know that someone will need to build up economy campaign better. But anyway, that will make finds the best solution or discuss with other visitors in the car while driving to another factory. For the part reliability, I think for this car, a suitable is average that enough. And then noise, I think that suitable used for good in the front noiser in the back. And the part says, I think that will use so fairly and comfortable because that will important to drivers and visitors to use that car and during a journey. Following this page, I think that will use 465 per 675. For running costs, I think that would be better if of course, because for new manager, he will keep first money for manage his economy campaign first. And last, in my opinion, this suitable Renault 211.7, I recommend for this problem and make it easy. I think that's all my opinion. Thank you.
From our discussion, we conclude that the suitable car for Elizabeth is the Vauxhall Cavalier 1.6 Saloon. The suitable car for John Shaw is the Renault 21 1.7. The suitable car for Henry Baker is the Ford Sierra 1.6, and the suitable car for Philip Lucas is the Honda Accord 1.6. That's our discussion. Thank you for your attention.